What's going on, YouTube? This is your friendly neighborhood DraftKings addict, bringing you my top picks for Friday's main NBA DFS slate. All right, before we get started, let's get the homework out the way. Don't forget to hit the like button for me. It really helps out the channel. And as always, thank you if you're new to the channel for clicking on my thumbnail. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you go. Lots of NBA goodness left in the season. And please drop your comments below. I really love seeing the comments and some of your takes on the plays. So drop your comments below, please. They really appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and go over to Draft Dashboard. This is my research tool of choice. You guys want to try it out. There's a 30-day trial for $1. The link is in the description of this video. If you like what you see, check it out. So let's go ahead and break it down position by position. So let's start off at the point guard spot. We got 10 games on today's main slate starting at 7 p.m. So we got Russell Westbrook at the top versus Phoenix. What more can I say? Give me Westbrook. He hasn't really went off. He's 55, 54, and 40 in the last 3 games. You got Paul George, I believe, that is questionable. All righty. Game time decision, some kind of issue with his quad or something like that, if I remember correctly. All right, so let's check it. On the recent news is Bradley Beal is sick but expected to play. Dennis Smith Jr. is active Friday, so nothing on Paul George yet, but keep an eye on that. If Paul George is out, Westbrook is going to be a lock at 10.9K. Matter of fact, I actually got him right now in my my quote-unquote core plays. But even if George plays, I still like Westbrook at 10.9 versus Phoenix. One of the best matchups in the league for a center. So give me that. All right, next up is going to be Drew Holiday going up against Dallas. Again, this guy's been really consistent, somewhere around 45 or more DraftKings points the last 5 games. And with that kind of consistency going up against Dallas, at home, I believe. All righty. Yep, they're at home. 229 over and under. 4-point differential. I definitely like Drew Holiday on this slate. All right, so give me some of that again. 45, 40, 45 in the last 3 matchups versus Dallas. Yes, Dennis Smith Jr. is going to be active again, but hey, this is Drew Holiday, and he's getting lots of minutes, lots of usage with all the injuries that they have in New Orleans. So next up is going to be Devin Booker. All right, 8.5K. This guy here is just a usage monster, man. 32% usage, playing 36 minutes on average, and averaging 43 DraftKings points in his last 3 games. If you look at his last 3 games, 60, 40, and 64. All right, so he gets a nice matchup versus OKC, 225 point over and under. I believe they're at home. Yep, they're at home, and there's a 6-point differential between the teams. And so I do like Devin Booker being a home underdog. So give me some Devin Booker at 8.5K. Dinwiddie, I'd rather play for D Rose at 7K going up against ATL. In my opinion, save that $200. All right, so speaking of that, D Rose, all right, in the starting lineup, his price jumped up to 7.1K, but rightfully so. He has a nice matchup versus ATL, 230 point over and under. They're at home in Minnesota. You know, they're going to be chanting MVP, making them feel real good. So I like D Rose again at 7.1K. He does so much for this Minnesota team. So give me D Rose at 7.1K. He's going to be in my lineups as far as my player pool goes. Chris Dunn, again, another guy that's been consistent, 30 or more points in the last 4 games, 6.9K. Gets a plus matchup versus Washington in one of the highest over and under games on the slate. So, and he has a 45-point game the last time he played versus Washington. And as you can see, we got John Wall and Bradley Beal who are ill. So go ahead and get you some Chris Dunn at 6.9K. He has a nice matchup. I'll definitely have him in my slate. But this guy here, 6.5K for Levine against Washington. And he just came off an injury and he didn't play a lot of minutes last game. He played 26 minutes and put up 34 points, guys. So at 6.5K, he's getting the start. This is an easy pick. Matter of fact, he's a lock for me at 6.5K on this slate. Levine is too cheap. So give me some of that. All right, next up, Lonzo Ball had a little issue with his quad or something. He was cramping or something. So, but if he's okay, no problems there. Yes, he played 34 minutes yesterday. But Ball is a guy that can play a lot of minutes. Again, he's conditioned. So at 5.9K versus the Clippers, no LeBron James, no Rondo. As we can see right here, if we go over to Twitter, Rondo is going to be expected to miss a whole nother month because he's going to have surgery on his hand. Damn, that brother. He can't catch a break. Or technically he did, huh? His hand. So anyway, bad joke. So give me some Lonzo Ball again. all the usage is pretty much filtering to this guy. He put up 58 DraftKings points last game. Shot was on. He was dropping dimes. And I like him again versus this LA Clippers team where the over and under is 230 points. It's the last game on the slate, and there's only a 5-point differential between these teams. So I definitely will have a good amount of Lakers again because they're in a nice matchup. So Dennis Schroeder, again at 5.3K, whether we get Paul George or not. Of course, if we get Paul George being out, I'm definitely going to lock in Schroeder as well because he's going to probably step up into the starting role and play with Westbrook. But I do like Dennis Schroeder at 5.3K. Again, look at his average versus this team, guys. He's averaging 38 points versus this team. All right, 38, 48, 27, 37 in the last 4 games. So give me some of that. JJ Barea, again, that's an easy pick, man. This guy's ultra consistent. He's putting up points. Yes, we do have Dennis Smith Jr. coming back, but Barea is getting consistent minutes off the bench, and he's putting up production coming off the bench at 5.1K. So give me JJ Barea at 5.1K. Again, this is like my player pool, guys. So we got Lou Williams and Jamal Murray. Again, Lou Williams has been on fire, 41 and 41 in the last 2 games. If you look at his history versus the Lakers, again, he scores well versus them, averaging somewhere around 40 DraftKings points. So definitely get you some Lou Will. Jamal Murray, not my favorite play on the slate, but 6.6K seems too cheap for a home game versus San Antonio with some of the injuries that they have there in Denver as well. So I do have a little bit of him in my player pool. Brian Forbes, I don't love, but when it comes to salary saving at 4.2K, he's not a bad pick. All right, so next up, a lot of these plays are going to be same on the shooting guard side. So if you look at it, Devin Booker, we talked about already under the point guard. D Rose, Dunn, Levine. Yeah, so these are Bazemore. He's the guy that I want to add to my guard pool. All right, if you look at the last 3 games, he scored 34 or more with a 47 game last time around. And then the last time these 2 teams met, Minnesota and Atlanta, he scored 40 DraftKings points. So if you look at his minutes has been consistent. His usage is getting up there, and his production is up there too. So at 6K, I'll take a flyer on him in a 230-point over and under game where I believe they're projected to, 9-point differential. Not too bad. So I do like Kent Bazemore. All right, they don't have a lot of options there on that ATL team when it comes to scoring. So we already talked about Lou Will and everybody. Jeremy Lamb, definitely another play I like. Last time these 2 teams played, I believe they just played the other day. It went into an overtime game, if I remember correctly, but he scored 49 points versus this team. He's on a 6.1K now. I believe they're traveling to Brooklyn. Are they traveling to Brooklyn? No, they're at home. All right, so Jeremy Lamb been playing well. If you look at his game, 30 and 49 the last 2 games that these 2 teams met. All right, he had a 17 and a 21-point game, but he's at home, 6.1K. I like Jeremy Lamb, so give me some Jeremy Lamb. So that's all my guards, guys. So let's go on over to the small forward. At small forward, at the top, we got Paul George again. He's questionable with the issue to his quad, so we'll see how that works out for him. But if he plays at 9.9K, I don't know how much of him I'm going to have, especially with him being injured possibly. But, quad contusion, I don't know what that is. But anyway, long story short, keep an eye on that news. Could be good. Same thing with this Dunson kid. He had some kind of situation where, he's expected to take court, even though he has a toe injury, though. But at 8.7K, he's still a good play. All right, this guy does a lot for that Dallas team. All right, Tobias Harris, 7.6K against the Lakers with no LeBron, no defense from Rondo. All right, I like Tobias Harris at 7.6K. He's going to be in my small forward player pool. And to be honest, this was my hardest position to pick today. So drop your comments below. Let me know who's your favorite small forward, guys. Who's your favorite small forward? So Kuzma, of course, is in play. He has the highest usage jump with LeBron James being off the court. He just came off a game where he put up 48 DraftKings points. Now, if you look at his history versus the Clippers, he hadn't done too well. All right, but different game, different situation. All right, so I definitely like Kuzma at 7.7K, but he is a little pricey. All right, so next up, we already talked about Bazemore. This guy right here, all right, Carux, or whatever his name is, at 5.2K, has been lighting it up, man. 34, 34, and 41 in his last 3 games played. He's playing 33, 34, and 38 minutes in his last 3 games played. So I believe he's starting again. At least he's projected to start. Yep. So he's been playing a lot. So give me some of that at 5.2K. It seems like he has a good chance of putting up 30 points or more on this slate. So give me some of that. Next up, we're going to talk about Jeremy Lamb. Oh, Trevor Ariza, man. All right. If you look at his history versus Chicago, he's averaging somewhere around 36 DraftKings points in that 5.6K, playing for this Washington team with Bill and Wall being, I don't know why it just says Wall is expected to play, but Bill is ill, so who knows how he's going to play today. But I do like Trevor Ariza on this slate. Again, look at his history versus this team. 20, 44, 44, and 34 in the last 4 games. So, again, Ariza has been playing well for this Washington team, so I like Trevor Ariza at that price point. He's a good play on a good game in this 10-game slate. You know, on a 10-game slate, I try to focus on the higher over and under games, guys. So, as you can see, Brooklyn and Charlotte is 221. Dallas, New Orleans is 229. You got the Phoenix OKC game at 225. You got the ATL game at 229. You got the Lakers game at 229. So, but yeah, of course you can play some of the guys from the lower over and under games, but again, I like to pretty much focus on those higher over and under games. So Anthony Davis at the top at 11.6K. He too expensive in my opinion. I don't think I have to go there on this slate, but Anthony Davis is not a bad play, but I don't have him in my player pool at the moment. I just want Westbrook at 10.9 versus Phoenix, man. That guy almost put up 100 points, DraftKings points versus Phoenix in the past. So if his shot is dropping today, look out. Westbrook could act up. So Blake Griffin at 8.4K. I like him on the slate versus Indiana. Again, it's a lower over and under game, but this guy's usage is at 30%. He's playing 36 minutes, and he's averaging 47 DraftKings points on average. And at 8.4K, that is too cheap. I will have some shares of Blake Griffin at power forward. We already talked about Kuzma and that guy. Dwayne Dedmon at 5.5K. He's pretty much a lock for me, guys. All right. Only at 5.5K. He played 37 minutes in the last game. And you got a couple of injuries that are going to make it a good play for him because he's going to get all the minutes. Because look at it. Lynn is out and Plumlee is out. So who else do they have to play at center? All right. John Collins just came off an ankle injury. And so Dedmon should get all the minutes he can handle in that 5.5K against Minnesota, a team that you don't have to worry about. As you can see, he put up 30 DraftKings points the last time he played them, and that's almost 6 times value at 5.5K. And I'm pretty sure he didn't play a lot of minutes that last game. So this game, he's going to get all the minutes he can handle. I'm expecting another big game from Dedmon, so give me that. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson just put up 50 points versus this team last time they played, and the 2 times prior that they met, he put up 30 and 46. So at 5.3K, I'm going to have some Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. To me, that's too easy of a pick. Again, Jeremy Grant, just one of those guys that's pretty much, he's pretty consistent. At 4.8K, he does a lot for OKC as far as rebounds, defensive ratings, and every now and then he gets you a couple of 3-pointers. But this guy at 4.8K, especially if Paul George is out, is probably going to step up. And so at 4.8K, I will have him as a salary filler. Somebody if I need some value. Julius Randle at 7.9K. His price is creeping up. But as you can see, he's averaging somewhere around 40 DraftKings points versus Dallas. All right, nice matchup for them. A high over and under game. I think Mirotic is out for a minute, right? Let's see. Mirotic is, out. So Julius Randle's been filling in and handling business down low. So at 7.9K, let me have that one. John Collins, again, another guy's been playing really, really well this season since coming back from his injury. 38, 44, 41, and 43 in his last 4 games played. All right, gets a nice matchup versus Minnesota. Again, they don't have a lot of bigs, so that could mean a good amount of minutes for this young man, especially if the game stays competitive, which we expect it to be because they're 9-point underdogs, as you can see here. So John Collins at 7.7K is somebody I definitely would have in my player pool. Larry Nance, no thank you. Aaron Gordon versus Toronto, tough defense, no thank you. Montrezl Harrell, coming off a 48-point game, had a career night in only 27 minutes. All right, gets a nice matchup versus the Lakers. 230-point over and under, 6.4K. Montrezl Harrell is in a nice spot. Again, I know he's coming off one of those career games, but I still like Montrezl Harrell. All right, again, I don't know why I didn't have this guy check, but TJ Warren, again, averaging somewhere around 35 DraftKings points his last 5 games. All righty, and then if you look at OKC, again, if Paul George is out, that should bode well for TJ Warren because who's he going to have holding him? You know, let's see who's even projected to start. So right now you got Ferguson, George, Grant, and I think the backup, I don't even know, Ola something or whatever. But long story short, TJ Warren's going to be in a nice spot, especially if Paul George sits at 6.3K. So I'll definitely have him in my player pool. And we already talked about Ariza. So that's all my forward spots. All right. Last but not least is the center. So Karl Anthony Towns is in the best matchup, guys. At 9.6K, he gets Phoenix ATL at home. Again, they're short big men, so the guys that he's playing against are going to be playing a lot of minutes. And as you can see, he put up 86 DraftKings points the last time ATL and Minnesota met. So at 9.6K, he's probably going to be the favorite of the slate. But again, his price is up there at 9.6K. But this guy could put up 65, 75 DraftKings points, and at 9.6K, that's bananas. So Blake Griffin, we already talked about. Steven Adams, again, him and Westbrook are going to be my favorite plays. Again, 6.8K going up against Phoenix is too cheap. And if Paul George is out, we could get a lot of extra production from Steven Adams when it comes to pick and rolls and things of that nature with Westbrook. So I do like Steven Adams at 6.8K. We already talked about Devin and Hollis Jefferson. Drummond. Oh my goodness. He gets a nice matchup versus Indiana, and he's only 8.6K. And the guy is averaging around 50 DraftKings points versus this team with 50, 50, 44, and 48 in the last 4 games versus Indiana. So at 8.6K, man, he's too cheap to ignore. So definitely going to have Drummond in my player pool. Jokic, man, going up against the Spurs. Yes, he's at home. 8.8K. He just, oh man. He had those 2 61-point games. Those were at home, by the way. All right. And then he had that 26-point game the last time Denver and San Antonio met. All right. But that was in San Antonio. But this time he comes home. So he's somebody that you could take a chance on. But Drummond is just $200 cheaper. Now, Drummond doesn't have 65 points. Well, actually, Drummond could get you 65, man. He could get you a nice 20-20 or 25-25. But I don't know, man. I can't do Jokic, guys. But definitely somebody that you want to consider, man. If you're a gambling man, all right. San Antonio, man. I don't mess with Popovich. I'm sorry. So we already talked about Harold. So that's pretty much all my my center plays, guys. So this is my player pool. All right, I'm getting some comments in about man, I just like all the plays. Well, duh, it's DFS, man. You know, so pick your side, pick your plays, play your games, and we'll see how it works out. So draft dashboard, guys. Again, let me show you this cool new tool that we have. It's called Player Trends. So if you click on Player Trends, it will show you the highest salary differentials when it comes to finding value based off the DK versus Fanduel pricing. So as you can see right here, these are the guys with the highest differential in their prices versus the two platforms when it comes to DraftKings and Fanduel. So that'll help you find some potential value. You have Minute Monster. These are the guys over the last 3 games that are playing the most minutes. So that can help you find some people who are playing all the minutes, because minutes equals opportunity in fantasy DFS. And so also performance. We got the guys that have been overperforming, which means they been overperforming the last 3 games, and then you got underperforming. So maybe these are people who have been in a slump that could be getting ready to come out of a slump. So long story short, guys, check out this Player Trends tool. It's pretty cool. But once you guys get done selecting your player pool, you can go over to this lineup optimizer and let Draft Dashboard optimize you one lineup, or you could just click save and then hit randomize and let it build you another lineup. You can go in here and you can modify the player. So if you don't want Kawhi and you want to go down to Kuzma for whatever reason, and you want to go from Wendell Carter and up to somebody else, you can go in here and you can tweak it to your liking. But also we have this mass lineup generator where you can go in here and click on that, generate however many lineups you want, whatever randomness you want, however many unique players, click generate lineups, and then let Draft Dashboard build optimized lineups for you. So, all right, let's go ahead and look at my core plays. So I got Russell Westbrook at my point guard. I got Zach LaVine at shooting guard. Again, too cheap for his opportunity here versus Washington at 6.5K. Dedmon, again, just because they are scarce of big men over there in ATL. Andre Drummond, a beast versus Indiana at 8.6K. Too cheap in my opinion. And then Lonzo Ball, again, this guy here had the game of his life. 37 minutes, put up, hit 4 of 6 3-pointers, dropped 12 dimes, 20 points, a nice double-double there. So I like Lonzo Ball, man. He could get some extra opportunities when it comes to steals and things of that nature. Then he's back at home in front of the home crowd. So I do like Lonzo Ball. So that's my top 5, aka my core plays. I won't have all 5 in every single lineup that I play, but I will have a good amount of each one of these players. Again, taking out like Westbrook and maybe going up to AD or something like that. So go ahead and check it out, guys. So that's all I have for you. And once you get done building your lineups and draft dashboard, guys, you click on see your lineups, and then you'll be able to either individually pick out each one of the lineups you like by hitting the little check marks right here, or just select all of them and then export them to whatever platform of your choice. As you can see, the CSV file for DraftKings is there, or you can do it for Fanduel as well, guys. So thank you, guys. Hit the like button before you leave. Newcomers, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for me, so that way you don't miss my NBA picks video. And as always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know who you love, you hate. Do you like my core 5, or is there somebody that I need to avoid in my core 5 that you know about? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at DK_addict, guys. So good luck on today's Friday slate. I'll see you guys on tomorrow. Peace.